As fall approaches and the spring and summer workouts fade, every team has a vision of what their hard work should produce. What's up, fam? I'm Coach Pro, and we're breaking down the ACC for 2025, but we're starting where most folks like to end, with the spoilers. These are the teams that probably won't win the ACC, but could absolutely wreck somebody else's title dreams. Let's keep it real. Every conference has that chaos crew. These are those gritty, unpredictable squads that show up when the contenders are looking ahead. Defense still travels, and Pitt likes to bring it. They don't have the firepower to win the league, but they will punch a favorite in the mouth. Duke is tough, physical, and well coached. They don't have the depth, but they'll mess up somebody Saturday, no question about it. NC State is a team that stays lurking. Their defense alone can frustrate top-tier teams, even if the offense can't keep up. Tony Elliott is slowly building something special in Virginia, but they're not ready for the prime time yet. Still, don't be surprised if they pull off a shocker or two. What's good, fan section? What are you waiting for? Hit the follow button, subscribe, leave a like, drop a comment. Let's keep the conversation going and build our tribe with more sports fans like you. Stay connected, stay hyped. Wake Forest lost too much is really that simple. But the Deeks always have that one game where everything seems to click. Boston College lives in that we might upset you in bad weather territory. Not a threat to win it all, but a landmine to contenders. Syracuse, Stanford, Cal. Let's be honest. These three have an uphill climb in the new ACC. But the way that I see it, one of these teams have a shot at becoming one of those mid-tier teams in 2025. Bottom line, these spoiler squads are the reason preseason predictions crash and burn. Overlook them if you want, but don't be shocked when one of them flip the ACC championship picture upside down. We highlighted the spoilers, those teams that don't have enough to compete, but if you give them a little hope late in the game, they will ruin your championship aspirations. Now, let's take a look at those ACC mid-tier teams for 2025. These teams aren't favorites, but don't count them out. They've got just enough juice to make things interesting if the stars align. This tier is where it gets tricky. These squads won't be picked by the media, but if they stay healthy and get a couple bounces, they could be playing in December. Georgia Tech is quietly one of the most experienced teams in the league. Veteran quarterback, solid production coming back, but the issue, they've got to replace some key playmakers. Still, watch out for the Jackets. The Hokies are sitting in wait-and-see mode. Kyron Drones gives them a shot, but the roster around him has to step up fast. They could finish 4th or 10th. That's the range. Louisville is always dangerous, but something has to click at quarterback. The roster is built to compete, but if the passing game stalls again, it's another year of almost. North Carolina is probably the most unpredictable team in the league. New coach, but an all-time great coach. You know they have the talent, but when the lights are bright, the inconsistency shows. If they can never figure out how to put games together, there'll be a problem. Florida State. I'll admit, this one is weird. The talent is there. The logo still scares people. But last year exposed some cracks. If they can find rhythm early, look out. If not, it could be another long year. I placed them in the mid-tier because I want to believe last year was a one-off, but the Noles were close to playing in that spoiler here. The mid-tier is full of wild cards. None of these teams would shock me if they make a run, but it's going to take a lot more than just talent. They need health, momentum, and probably a little chaos at the top. Let's wrap this ACC breakdown with the teams that actually have a shot at the crown in 2025. One team has owned the conference for a while. One's a newcomer that made a name last year, and another team that is improving but has a fan base that wants results. The hype is loud. The stakes are high. And these three programs, they've got the roster, the coaching, and the receipts to back it all up. Let's get into it. Let's not play games. Clemson is that team again, back inside the top 5 nationally in most preseason rankings. And it's not just on name recognition. Cade Klubnik returns at quarterback, and he's not just steady. He's leading one of the most complete wide receiver rooms in the country. This isn't a one-man show anymore. That offense is going to stretch defenses all season long. And on the other side of the ball, Clemson might have pulled off one of the best moves of the offseason, bringing in Tom Allen as defensive coordinator. Expect that front seven to look aggressive and discipline, just like those Clemson playoff teams from back in the day. They have a schedule that's kind of tough, but it's winnable. And Dabo Crew looks poised to remind everybody in the country that the ACC still runs through Death Valley. We've heard it before. Miami is back. But this time, there's real weight behind it. The headline is simple. Carson Beck is now in Miami. Georgia's former quarterback steps in after UCL surgery. And if he plays the form, the Hurricanes instantly become a national contender. Last year's Miami offense was insane, breaking school records for total offense and points scored. Now, they may take a step back without Cam Ward, but don't get it twisted. This team still has burners at the skills positions and an O-line that is nasty. And then there's the crystal ball factor. Year 2 under Mario, and we're finally seeing his blueprint come to life. The trenches are stronger, the depth is better, and the program culture is shifting. If the defense makes even a modest improvement, Miami's ceiling is the college football playoff, period. Let's talk about the biggest disruptor in the ACC, SMU. You might think last year's 11-3 season and ACC title game appearance was a fluke. You'd be dead wrong. Kevin Jennings is back at quarterback. And not only is he electric, he's getting early Heisman dark horse buzz. If he tightens up those turnover issues in big games, he's going to light it up. Head coach Red Lashley has built something real. His offense is balanced. 260 plus through the air, 160 plus on the ground last season. And this is not a gimmick. It's sustainable. And here's what sets them apart. They got continuity. Same quarterback, same system, same head coach. That's rare in the ACC right now, especially with all the portal movement. Now, yes, their 2025 schedule is a little tougher. Clemson on the road, Miami and Louisville at home. But this team isn't sneaking up on anybody anymore. They're legit. They returned a seasoned secondary and brought in some serious beef up front on the defense through the portal. If the D-line holds up, this team can win the ACC and punch another ticket to the playoff. So there it is. Clemson, Miami, and SMU. That's your big three in the ACC going into 2025. Each has a different style, a different path, but they've all got one goal: take the conference and crash the CFP. Now it's your turn. Who do you think wins it all? Let me know in the comments. And if you're rocking with this kind of breakdown, no fluff, no media echo chamber, go ahead and hit that follow, like, and subscribe. We're talking college football all season long, Coach Pro style. Let's go.